gosh.
Okay. One of the things I like doing is my little midget or smidget game. It doesn't matter which you use. No, you do not have to use my cute little Tupperware basket. This is just something that I earned, so I think it's a fun way to do it. You can use a little gift bag. You can use anything. Get creative. But what I typically do is I will have little pieces of paper in here that have prizes in them. So it'll say you maybe won a seasoning, one will say you won 10% off an item, one will say you won, I don't know, whatever I have in inventory. It might be a sandwich keeper, like I go through and I pick little things, a tumbler, whatever it could possibly be. Okay, I like doing seasonings because I don't have to have them in inventory. If they win the seasoning, when I put their host order in, I smack it on the order. Okay, and I do with the exception of chocolate. It's the pricier one. If you don't want to do that exception, it's up to you. Okay, but what I do is as I'm I tell them about my game as I'm doing my party and I'm doing my dating bit. This is the icebreaker for me because believe it or not, I too am shy. I really am. It is so true. I'm like Debbie. I have a really hard time going up to people and starting conversation. You've heard, a lot of you have probably heard Maggie do her little, so would you like a weeknight or a weekend for your party? I cannot do it. I say with religion that I'm going to, and I don't. Okay? So what I can do, though, is say, so I told you about my midget game. Would you like to pick a prize? Right? Now she just said she wants to pick a prize. I've already told them that if they're playing the midget game, they're booking a party. So they already know that they're doing that. They already know in order to play this game and get their prize, they're having a party with me. Because I've told them that that's part of the game. They get to keep the midget that night, and I bring them the prize the day of. Okay? So I tell them all about it. You do not have to play this game, and it is really, really important that you tell them that. Okay, it's really, really important that you say this is not a game that you have to play, but your host needs to your host needs you to book a party so that she can then get her host exclusives. So we're going to have a midget game, which is going to get you guys all these added little presents. You get a midget tonight, you get a bonus gift the day of your party, so it's a win-win situation, right? So now when they come up to me, I can go, okay, so you're going to pick a midget? Right? Go ahead, pick a midget. Which one do you want? You're going to pick a midget, right? Right? Because now they're like, yeah. She ain't giving me the choice to say no. Right? Okay. It's embarrassing. For some people it is. For some people they're like, okay, I'll pick a midget. I won't bite you. It's okay. Just pick one. Okay, but I do. I try to make fun of it, and I try to kind of do it in that way so that it's. Of course, you're going to do it. You want to book a party. You want free stuff, right? Who doesn't? So that's how I do the midget one. Oh, thank you, Debbie. The other one I do, Debbie's passing out because I started talking and forgot to. This is my available calendar sheet, and I actually love this sheet. Okay. If I use this is my door prize questionnaire. How many are you using door prize questionnaires at your parties? Fabulous. Okay, so instead of doing a door prize questionnaire in this, I turn this into my door prize questionnaire. Okay, say yes, you got it?
Yes.
Good. So what I do is I have on here the different types of parties that I hold. I have dates that I'm available, and I even, so that I can front load, or if I have a date coming up really in the near future that I want to book, you can see on here that I have bonuses listed. These aren't real dates. I just happen to quickly make this up. But I have bonus dates in there. If you also notice, I did not remove the dates that were booked. I put a line through them. I did that because it shows that I am booking parties, and you better book with me or you're going to miss out. Okay? The reason I like this is because when you're shy like Allison and you have a hard time asking people about doing the party, when they come up with this and they don't have a date picked, I go, oh, I'm so sorry, Debbie. Did I not have a date on here that worked for you?
No, you didn't.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Well, let's look at our calendars together and work something out.
Sounds good. Works for me.
Okay? It was the icebreaker that allowed me to then get her to say, no, you're right, you didn't have a date on there, because it might happen. I literally may not have had a date that worked for them. but it gives me that icebreaker to open the door to say, okay, that date didn't work for you. Let's see what we can do about that. Sometimes they will say no. No, it wasn't that you didn't have a date, I just don't want to do a party. Are you serious?
Yeah, you know what? I can't. I can't.
You can't, is it can't not now or can't never?
Right now, you know what?
Right
Right now, it's just really crazy. So.
Okay. So when would be a good time for me to follow up with you, do you think?
You know what? Probably towards the end of August, because we could do something in the fall.
And I'm literally going end of August in parentheses fall. It's going on her sheet. Because this is my door prize slip, so I'm keeping this. They have to fill it out. It's their door prize slip, right? If you don't make it your door prize slip, you just gave them permission to not fill it out.
Right.
Which also gave you also took away your crutch to get them to talk about having the party, okay? So now I have a party bank of people that I can now then go to in the future and say, okay, Debbie said in the fall, here comes August, it's rolling around, I'm picking up the phone and calling Debbie and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, Ted, book your party, let's go, you know? And it gives you something to do with that. Now you could do the same thing with the midgets, okay? If the man had said, no, I don't want to do the midget, I don't like midgets. Who doesn't? I'm just happy that way, but you know, you could then turn around and say, oh, well, it's just now not a good time for you. You know, is it okay for me to call you in the future? Either way, it opens that door for you so that you have that icebreaker to talk to everybody, because we want to ask everybody, right? Okay, please do. All right, I'll tell you one more quick story about assumptions and then I'll be done. Before I came up with these little tools for helping me ask everybody at a party to do parties, I had a 75-year-old woman who I just assumed she was a much older woman that would not do a party. She came up to me, she closed out her order. She placed a rather large order, and I was quite impressed for a woman of her age to be placing this pretty big order. I was like, oh, all right, I'm cool. Close her out, she gets done, she comes up to me at the party and says, how come you didn't ask me if I wanted to do a party? Literally. I felt like a jerk. I said, I'm so sorry, I didn't ask you, to be honest with you, I just assumed you would not be interested. And she said, I want to have a party. This woman had a $930 party. I will never, ever, 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 ever in my life assume because someone is older, they do not want a party. She didn't keep a lot of the Tupperware she earned. She gave it to, but there were generations and generations of people at the party. You have to think about it from the standpoint of, holy cow, that's the party I want. Those are the people you should be going after, okay? So don't ever assume that somebody at a party does not want to have a party. I don't care if they've booked with you 3 times over. I have asked people again, are you ready to have your next party with me and earn more Tupperware? Okay? So please, 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 no matter what tools you use, just be sure that you ask everyone. They will tell you if they are not interested, and some of them will be no, never, but the majority of the time, it's just no, not now.